Now, the IFP will use its late founder's face and legacy in its election campaign next year. And the party says it believes later Prince Buthelezi will remain a draw card in the polls next year. It says a decision was taken to use Shenge's face in the campaign before his passing, despite his handing over the leadership baton to current party president eNCA Hlabisa. And the Prince of Kwapindangene passed away at the age of 95. And there are fears the IFP already is facing internal challenges that this could be plagued by further divisions now that Shenge is no more. eNCA reporter Siphamandla Goge looks at the road ahead for the party without its founder.
A party entering uncharted territory without its founder who led it for decades. But those left behind say there is no turning back now.
There's nothing else we can do. We have to do our work. We have been preparing ourselves. We have been saying to ourselves, if you are given a responsibility, given a duty, you have got to carry that out just like a soldier. The soldier, the great one, has fallen, the general has fallen. We have got to continue soldiering on.
Prince Buthelezi leaves the IFP when it needs him most, as it prepares to fight one of the most crucial elections in the history of a democratic South Africa. The party says it will be using its founder's face and legacy for its election campaign in next year's poll.
It's the decision of the party. It has already taken the decision. We will be using the face of Umntwana. We are still trying to process that so that all the members know and are aware and get into terms with that. Umntwana to us is a draw card, but actually it's part of his legacy. We have never seen a party that has been led established and led for all these years, over 40 years, by one great leader. Even when he was showing the signs of beginning to become a little bit weak and so on, but he was still our best.
One political analyst believes this will be a smart political move and strategy.
Because remember that Buthelezi is well loved. You even saw at the funeral, people love him. So I think that if the IFP campaign using his name, using his face, that look, we are going to make sure that we keep his legacy on, that we do the things that he would have wanted us to do. And remember that Prince Buthelezi, unlike many political leaders, doesn't have this image of being a corrupt leader. So they can use that to say, look, Prince Buthelezi, he was a clean politician.
Prince Buthelezi's daughter, Princess Phumzile, a politician in her own right, says she hopes her father's party won't implode now that he's no more. She's urged party members to rally behind the current president, eNCA Hlabisa.
We are so devastated, we don't know. We are looking forward. We are just hoping, because he used his wisdom at the conference, because there were camps. When there are elections, some want to elect Phumzile, some want to voice Tole. So he decided as an adult, no, President Hlabisa will be a president. He mustn't be contested. Because Mzamo, nothing we have learned, I can't say just ascend. We will remain a deputy president, they mustn't be contested. He tried to be a peace, drama. And we thought really, even now, I still think he chose the right person. President Hlabisa has been a IFP even at a university. It's not just Johnny come late. My mother used to say Johnny come late. So we are very grateful. We just hope we'll all do father's wish to be together and follow behind President eNCA Hlabisa, who is so far is the suitable candidate as father chose him.
The IFP's political opponents also have some advice for the party on its unity project.
The IFP should not utilize this opportunity of the passing away of the founding president and leader of the IFP to cause internal strife and fights. The IFP must remain a solid organization. It has got a role to play here in KwaZulu-Natal. It must stand what it stands for. It must not be divided and people fighting each other. You know how you handle your own issues, but don't destroy the organization, because if you destroy your own organization, you are destroying his legacy. It means you never had respect of Umntwana kaPindange. So you must have this organization solid, because generally what is going to happen in 2024, there's going to be a government that is led by a party that is leading now. So next year in KwaZulu-Natal there will be a different government, and the IFP and the EFF and all other strategic organizations will be playing an important role. And definitely not the ANC, so that is where we're going. So the IFP must remain steadfast.
IFP leader Velenkosini Hlabisa concedes the party is entering a new chapter.
The life without Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi as a founder is obviously a new chapter. In this new chapter, one of the elements that we will deal with, beside promoting the legacy of His Excellency, but we will confront the question of disunity. The issue of factions is something that we will take head on, because at least at a leadership level, we are able to stand up and say these factions are an enemy element to the IFP. We will have to drive this message to all members, and also to say, let us also honor the Prince of Wapindangene by ensuring that we become a united party more than ever, and grow and be as bigger as people will be surprised as we will be going to elections next year, 2026 and 2029.
Another urgent task for the IFP will be to decide who will replace its departed founder in the National Assembly and when. Will it deploy its president, who currently serves as the leader of the official opposition in the KwaZulu-Natal Provincial Legislature?
It's too early to decide on those issues. The party will have to meet at the right time, but you must also understand that that is a matter to be discussed internally in the party and parliament also. So I don't think it's a right time now that I should even engage to answer that question.
Some believe the best way to honor Shenge's legacy will be to prioritize servant leadership and unity within the party.
Is to work very hard to make it a point that the lives of the people are made better. Is to work in unity, because he always called for unity within the party and even outside. And I think those will be serving him best if we focus to ensuring that we work honestly and serve with integrity, serving the lives of the people of the province of KwaZulu-Natal and even South Africa at large.
Zakhele Ndlovu, a UKZN political analyst, says it's up to the IFP to prove its critics wrong by uniting in the wake of its founder's passing.
The IFP has had challenges in the past. We saw the formation of NADECO with Mr. Zibachiane, and then Ms. Magwaza Msibi also started the NFP while Chief Buthelezi was, Prince Buthelezi was still alive. But I think in the last few years we saw the IFP gaining momentum in the election. It's been doing very well. So the question is, are they going to keep this momentum going to the 2024 elections? I think it's up to the IFP leaders to prove the doubters wrong out there, to say, look, even without Prince Buthelezi, we can do this thing. I think that before Chief Buthelezi passed on, the question was, will the IFP regain control of KZN? And I think that that question now remains unanswered.
But for now, the IFP will have to take baby steps in navigating a fast-paced and ever-changing political landscape without its guiding pillar, the founding president, who predicted in 2019 that his days were numbered.
My greatest sadness is that I won't get to see the next chapter of IFP. I won't be amongst the men and women who crossed into the promised land of social and economic justice, having enjoyed the struggle ahead. This is not because I'm stepping down, but because in a few days' time, next week, I'll be 91 years. And common sense tells me that my time is short. There's so much I will not get to see.
And indeed, 4 years later, Shenge left his party to find its new path. Will it survive the new chapter without him? Siphamandla Goge, Durban.